Hey guys, so I'm here with Jessica Taylor. Jessica graciously decided to jump in and tell us a bit more about the amazing stuff she does and in the sense of, she basically with her Computer Repair Lab project charity takes computers from businesses and other places. She fixes them and she gives them back to kids who need them. And this is something that Armenia needs, really needs. There's many projects, and so she's the perfect person. She's the perfect person. And for context, I mean, my life really changed because I had access to computer, I had access to the internet, and then I learned the skills, and then I just started working with a U.S. company, and then now I'm doing the good. So like we just give one laptop, which is probably the first step, some huge stuff can happen. So this is why I'm very passionate about your project, Jessica. So if some, I'm going to talk to multiple tech software companies, repair companies, all kinds of people in the tech space here in Armenia. What are the requirements for them to set this up?
So number one requirements to set it up is finding the source of the computers. At least what I found is a lot of businesses will rotate through their computers every 3 to 5 years. And a lot of the times, especially hopefully their Windows devices, they have a much longer lifespan. So just upgrading things like the CPU and RAM, extend the life of the computer laptops dramatically. Especially now, and also reduces e-waste. So if you're a company that's looking to be more environmental, this is something you can consider also, where you take the devices that you're currently using for your employees and kind of like upgrade them to that status and continue on. So you need the source of the actual computers, and then the actual technical partnerships with either a repair places, or if you want to create your own training program, having the people that actually make the repairs and having that source of knowledge. And then what we do is we'll partner with other nonprofits and charities to locate the students that need them the most. So this could be schools or food kitchens and things like that, because they're the ones that know where these students are and where they can have the most dramatic need first.
Amazing. Any other requirement other than those three that you mentioned, Jessica, or nice to have?
Yeah, so for us, since we have a basically training repair program, so we also need a location to repair the devices. So right now we have volunteers, about 5 to 10, classified in different tiers. So we have just kind of basic labor for tier 1. Tier 2 is people that are cleaning computers, maybe just unscrewing things, and then actual tier 3, what we consider them, the troubleshooters and things like that. So really the knowledge is the biggest thing.
Yeah, having those partners. And one thing we discussed last time, which I think was very key, I mean, we can get into this another time, but like whenever the laptops are given, we got to make sure they have internet, they have everything else, so that it's actually something that they can use.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why I say, like, definitely partnering with those charities that can identify, because normally they know what situation the student's in. So especially like before we give a laptop, we want to make sure that they actually have access to the internet. If they don't have access to the internet, finding out how can we connect them with different resources that can get them internet access. Because a lot of the times what we found is parents would say they had internet, but it was basically just data through their cell phone, which that's going to use up all your data really quick. It's also going to be really slow to use the laptop. So the last thing we want to do is be more discouraging to the students, because it takes so much longer for them to do work versus if they just, were able to sign up for the right program and get the internet.
Amazing. Let's talk about, no, you're 1000% right. So we know kind of the requirements now. If someone that wanted to set this up, let's talk about the impact it has as a business owner. I'm a fan, Jessica, of doing charity, but having some sort of, hey, what's in it for me? So like, if a business decided to take this project on, um, first, if it was a decent size operation, not
Hmm.
small but not too big, like something average, how many laptops per year you think they could give away? And then with that, what benefits do they have as a company?
Hmm. So I mean, number of laptops is relative, but I would say, a good source is, 100 to 200 laptops if you're looking at a smaller operation. Um, in terms of benefits to the actual companies, you have, number one, the environmental benefit. You're reducing the amount of e-waste that's going into your landfills. The human benefit of, just giving access to technology to students that wouldn't have had it otherwise. So bridging that digital divide, helping bring up the community as a whole. And number three, the long-term benefit is you're creating that goodwill between that student and your business. So that's potentially somebody that's going to want to, get employed by you later on. And because you gave them access to the technology, they're going to be just at a technical higher skill set, because of all this, because they were able to own their own computer versus, at least in my community, the other option is to rent it. And it's like, you don't really get to do anything with that. You can't upgrade it, you can't personalize it. And that personalization and customization and being able to problem solve, break things, fix them is really what grows your technical skill set, which, especially for like a technical company like mine, that's really why, we wanted to do this. Is we're thinking, 10 years down the road, how can we make it easier for us to hire people that we know are going to be qualified, going to have those problem solving skills for the job later on.
How brilliant that is. How, especially the last part, how
Yeah.
brilliant that is. We are, you are really, wow, training people, you thinking 10 years ahead, and not only you're helping your community now, but you're building skilled labor 10 years down the road, and that they're actually going to be loyal to you, which is
Mm.
amazing. Wow. Any, I love this so much. This is why I wanted to talk to you, Jessica. Any last word for any business that wants to adopt this? Um, yeah, any last words, any words of encouragement or anything else you want to add to this amazing initiative that you guys started?
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing has been it's so interactive with the community. So it's not like you're just giving money and then walking away. It's really it's that back and forth, especially if you're giving those computers back to your community, like, it shows that you care. It's not just a check, it's something physical that they can hold, that's going to last them a long time. It's something they didn't have to, pay for. Um, so it's worth it to me. And especially, again, as a tech company, it solidifies yourself more in the community also, that it's like, yeah, these guys are the best because they're a part of this repair program and things like that. So it's just, it's fun to talk about, especially when you get more into it, and it's easy to remember also. So it's an easy concept. And yeah, if I feel like all tech companies should be engaged in some kind of repair initiative like this.
I love it. Yeah, repair, or I mean, if it's too much of a stretch, that for whatever reason, which I mean, they cycle through tech, as you said, they have to.
Yep.
But also, I mean, worst case scenario, they should just teach. They should
Hmm.
teach skills to the community, to again help create that workforce of skilled labor. Jessica, this is amazing. Lastly, how much on your end does it cost you to fix and get one laptop ready on average on your end?
Yeah, so all of our laptops are donated for free because most of them are just hanging out in people's houses. So people are like, yeah, I have I have 3 laptops in my garage or something. So the actual getting the laptops, computers is for free. For the actual upgrade at a minimum, for us at least right now, it's $30 for the crucial SSD that we use. Just because that's at least our minimum standard. The repair on average, we've budgeted about $100 just because if there's screens that need to be replaced or, additional RAM that we want to add and things like that. So it depends on the original condition of the laptop or computer, but we find it's about 30 to 100 US dollars for us to repair and upgrade the computer to a standard for our community that's actually more than the baseline that the schools require.
Amazing. Amazing. So 30 to $100. So it's fair to say $100 repairs, fixes,
Mhm.
and refurbishes and gets a new
Yeah.
laptop to a kid, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to make sure RF Media helps you get at least 3 of those done. And
Oh,
back to
thank
your
you.
personal community. We'll talk details later. You just tell me where to send the money. But this is huge. I think this is huge in your community. This is huge in every single community. What we're really doing is giving the device and the training to build skilled labor. And
Yeah.
you need skilled labor in your community. We need skilled labor in our community, and it can change. These laptops can change a person's life forever.
Yep.
Amazing. Jessica, thank you so much for your time. For the rest of you guys, I'll put my contact information. Reach back out to me if you think this is something you want to do for Armenia or for your local community, and let's set up times to discuss how we actually do it for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.